All right, everybody, welcome in and welcome back to another Q&A here with Rhode Runner. I'm back with Pat Moulton, the manager over here at Rhode Runner. Pat, how are you today?
Great, man. How are you?
Good. I'm excited for the fall season. Good to see you as well. And we're looking forward to the Ocean State Marathon. You know, a little fun fact, Pat is our course record holder for the Ocean State Marathon.
Still got it?
Still got
Oh,
it.
man.
Yes, he is. So listen to this
It'll
guy.
go down soon.
Hopefully maybe someone this year will take it down, but listen to this guy. He's got that expertise. He knows what he's talking about. And I'm going to ask him a couple questions today. Just what's going on here at the Rhode Runner store, their shoes, their clothing line. If you haven't met Pat, great guy. Come in, meet him, tell him you watch these videos. Gives you 15% off.
Yep.
Check out
off.
if you mention road races here at Rhode Runner. But let's get into the questions a little bit. What is the difference between a long distance shoe and a shorter distance shoe?
Oh, a long distance shoe usually has a little bit more cushion and support to it, so it's a little bit more durable for everyday training. Where like a speed shoe might be lighter, but not as cushioned or stable.
Yeah.
Not meant for everyday running.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And then to kind of go off of that question, how do you balance productability, like performance, and the durability of a shoe? You know, like how long it'll last while you're out there.
Yeah, so everyone's different. Like, for myself, I'm looking for a racing shoe. I'm looking for something very light and responsive. But for a lot of folks who are just doing a marathon or just training, they want a shoe that can do both.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options where they're still very durable, but they still got that bounce and springiness to it.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of options out there. It's just like, understanding what they need. And, there's so many shoes out there nowadays.
Yes, there is.
What's nice about like the lightweight running shoes nowadays, they're still super cushioned.
Yeah.
Like back in the day when I was running fast, like it was just like the lightest shoe possible,
That's all
but
you
it didn't have much cushioning or support to it. So you're basically like in flats.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like they make the shoe so light that you can still get a really cushioned feel. And a supportive feel out of a lightweight running shoe. So the technology has changed so much. So, but yeah, there's some great options for a lot, all those folks.
Awesome. So I'm someone who struggles with my arches. I get a lot of arch pain. Each shoe is something different. Sometimes it acts up. Sometimes it's not doing all right. What does Rhode Runner do to help benefit like arch support, or is that something that we should be taking care of, like outside with a doctor or something?
Oh yeah, what we do here for like if customers come in here for the first time not knowing what shoe they should be in, like we take the time to look at their gait. If you have low arches, typically you're more flexible arches, so you look for more support, but that's not always the case. But that's why we want to watch you walk, watch you run in the store to make sure we get you a shoe that like supports you well and also fits you well. Like having flat feet, there are certain shoes that are more shaped for your foot. So that's kind of what we look for here at the store too.
They do have that little, what is that, like 25 meters right there? 25
yeah,
meter track.
Yeah, a little track, you can test the speed on.
Yeah, just for a little test the shoes out while you're here. So what sets the shoes you guys in the apparel here at Rhode Runner apart from competitors?
Yeah, I mean, we carry a lot of good choices we try to carry the best selection. But, we really try to get you in the proper equipment. So, like, that's what we're here for. There's a lot of good brands out there, but it's just finding the brands that work for you and fit you. And that's what we're here to make good recommendations for those people.
So a little bit of a trendy question. This might be tougher. If you don't have an answer, that's fine. What new piece of technology or clothing or shoe do you see kind of taking over the runner world in the future? Is there something in particular where you're like, wow, I really like that, and people are starting to attract to it, that you think is going to blow up in the near future?
I don't know. Well, blow up, I mean, the trends swing all the time. Like right now there's a really cushioning trend within the industry. That's why you see Hoka being very popular, and you see a lot of brands having something similar. But that's kind of the current trend. I mean, there are a lot of plated shoes too, which we've...
what is that, plated?
Like carbon plated, nylon plated, but they're basically meant for go fast running. So I mean, they got more springiness and bounce to it.
Okay.
So that's kind of been a recent trend. You see a lot of shoe manufacturers have kind of those kind of shoes, but the trends swing all the time. But it's understanding what you prefer and what works for you. But that's probably the biggest trend right now is the amount of cushioning in a lot of these shoes.
Okay. And then anything new going on at the road race store these days? What's an attraction for people watching at home to come in and see at the Rhode Runner store?
Well, we got a lot of like nice new arrivals in the store with like a lot of nice new shoes coming out and like new fall apparel. So so we got some good selections for the fall running. You know, we got a lot of visibility items. You know, as it's getting darker.
Yes, that's a key one.
You know, we got some like nice Gore-Tex options too as it gets like wetter out there and messier. So you know, we should have some good equipment for the fall coming up.
Yeah, I think that's the key, especially as it starts to get darker out a little bit earlier. The visibility problems for runners, it's very unsafe to be out there in dark clothes. You want to make sure cars can see you and get out of the way in case of that. And so why don't you talk a little bit more about the visibility you guys have here?
Oh yeah, so we got a lot of nice stuff from Amphipod. So we got a lot of lights, vests. You know, we got some nice Brooks apparel with nightlife. So really visible, and they're great for the winter season in terms of keeping you warm and dry and stuff like that too. So we got a lot of nice Brooks items that just came in.
Beautiful.
But totally got some items to make you safe through this time of year.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, let's hear some advice from the course record holder himself. What do you got for these people? Maybe first-time marathoners. Like, what would you say is something that they might not be thinking of right before the race that you know now?
Oh, definitely. First-time marathoner, pacing. You know, you really want to like go under control within yourself. You know, especially when it's your first marathon. I would get so excited and kind of go out too fast.
Come out a little fast at the
Pay for
gates.
it at the end. And I was pretty experienced, but I was always let that emotion and that adrenaline get me a little going in the beginning. But I'd say the best thing you can do is go a little slower in the beginning of the marathon and just kind of work yourself into it and do that route. But pacing yourself is so important. But you know, nutrition's big too. But you know, I know the race is coming up. Like the first time I did a marathon, I didn't really practice with the nutrition, but there's so much stuff that's come out within the last couple of years that makes a big difference in terms of sustaining your energy levels. So I'm sure most people in your races have already started to practice with that and implement that. But if you haven't, you know, it's still a good opportunity to get some practice with that too. You know, but that's a big thing.
Yeah, nutrition and pacing. There he is. You heard it first. Don't forget to hydrate too. No matter if the weather is getting cold, hydration is still a very important key. But Pat, thank you for helping me out today. Thank you for answering these questions. And as I said, like I said earlier, 15% off at checkout if you mention road races here at Rhode Runner. Do that. Come meet Pat. He'll help you out. He'll hook you up with whatever you need. And good luck at the upcoming Ocean State Marathon.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
And have a great day. Thank you.